A full character autopsy of the boy who gave too much and didn't know where he ended. The shapeless core. Lochlan isn't a blank slate, he's a mirror. He was born into a high-pressure world where everyone knew who they were. His father, a powerful man, his sister, purpose-driven, his mother, forceful and controlling, his brother Saxon, a golden alpha with abs and confidence and desire. In this chaotic family ecosystem, Lochlan evolved like seaweed. He bent to survive, twisted to fit the cracks, and absorbed the emotional temperature of every room. Everyone in the Radiff family was a planet. I was just the moon reflecting whatever was brightest. That's the origin of him. He wasn't him yet. He was whatever you needed him to be. That's the tragedy. He learned early that his own wants didn't matter unless they served someone else. That love was transactional. That pleasing meant survival. Body language of the Invisible Boy. Everything in Lochlan's posture tells a story. His shoulders curve inward, as if apologizing for taking up space. His eyes dart, then lower, afraid of being seen too clearly. He walks like a guest in his own body, never grounded, always floating just above the floor. His voice is soft, cautious. He speaks as if expecting to be interrupted. When people touch him, he flinches. Not because he's shy, but because he's unused to receiving without giving something back. This is a boy who has been holding in his breath for 20 years. Not literally, emotionally. 3. Sexuality, not an identity, but a trigger. Lochlan's sexuality isn't clear-cut, and that's what makes it haunting. He's not gay, he's not bi, he's not curious, he's overstimulated, lonely, yearning, and he has no language to describe any of it. That night on the yacht wasn't about forbidden incest or taboo kink. It was the desperate act of someone who didn't know how to say, "I'm empty and I need you to fill me with something, even if it's wrong." He didn't set out to seduce Saxon. He simply followed the only logic his emotional instincts knew. If Saxon is distant and the girl isn't into him, then I have to do something. I have to make him feel wanted. It's twisted, but it's also heartbreaking. This isn't a predator. This is a boy so numb to his own identity that his first experience of pleasure is rooted in shame and silence. The brother, Saxon as his god, his ghost, his gravity. Saxon is the person Lochlan wants to be and hates himself for wanting to be near. Saxon is decisive, Lochlan is hesitant. Saxon is self-assured, Lochlan is a people pleaser. Saxon fills a room, Lochlan blends into the furniture, but Saxon notices him sometimes. And that scrap of attention becomes a kind of drug. There's a moment that's burned into Lochlan's subconscious, that first night at the hotel. Saxon lying in bed, openly masturbating, asking if Lochlan wants to watch porn too. It's not just about sex, it's about closeness without rules. A rare moment where Saxon is unfiltered, human, vulnerable, and Lochlan sees him. In a way maybe no one else does. He sees the cracks in the alpha, the confusion, the emptiness beneath the muscles, and he wants to hold that brokenness, even if it means doing something he knows he'll never be able to speak of again. The smoothie incident, a symbolic purge. That moment in the kitchen, the protein shake, the spoiled contents, the blender still sticky from last night, it's all metaphor. He drinks what Saxon left behind. Literally. He consumes the residue of a night no one talks about because that's what Lochlan does. He swallows the silence of others, and it makes him sick. Violently. He collapses by the pool, the world warping, 4 monks watching him sink into an imagined lake of unconsciousness. Those monks, they're witnesses, or maybe judges. Maybe they're the parts of Lochlan's soul that have been waiting to be reborn. Because when he vomits, he doesn't just throw up the smoothie, he exorcises the version of himself who had no boundaries. The moment after, the underwear switch. One of the most poetic, eerie touches in the story. The brothers wake up having swapped underwear. It's not sexual, it's symbolic. They've crossed over into each other's identities. Saxon feels shame, Lochlan feels nothing, or maybe everything. Saxon rushes to forget, but Lochlan, he wears that new self like a quiet badge, not pride exactly, but acknowledgement. The therapy sessions, the wall he won't climb. His mother signs him up for therapy. He shows up late, slouches in the chair, asks how long is this going to take? He's not resistant to help, he's resistant to being looked into. Because if someone really saw him deeply, he'd have to see himself. And that terrifies him more than anything. He doesn't want healing yet. He wants an identity, and you can't heal what you haven't even named. 8. The last confession. I did it for you. In the final confrontation, Saxon asks, "Why did you do it?" And Lochlan's answer is like a knife dipped in honey. Because she didn't want you, and I didn't want you to feel rejected. This is who Lochlan is. The boy who will mutilate his own morality to save you from yours. He's not just a people pleaser, he's a martyr, but without religion, without applause, without even thanks. And now he knows Saxon can never love him again the same way. But maybe for the first time, he can begin to love himself, not in grand gestures, but in quiet refusals, in the way he looks in the mirror just a little longer, in the way he doesn't say sorry quite as often. Ix, the final image. The boy who remembers. They agree to drop it. Just you and me. It never happened. But Lochlan remembers everything, and that's where we leave him. Not whole, not healed, but finally real. Not an echo of Saxon, not a mirror of his family, but a boy with a wound and a name.